everybody, it's Sara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you all about my 2023 reading goals. I don't think you're able to tell already, but I have the beginnings of a cold. My throat is getting very scratchy. I have the dregs of a mint tea over here to help me carry through this video, but if by the end of it I have the raspy tone of a romance novel main love interest, you know why. Hot, ow. So yeah, I'm just going to try to power through this video. I've put on makeup for all of you, but I gave up halfway through and just did not bother with mascara because I am already getting tired. This is day one of this cold, or maybe it's the cocorico, who knows, but I'm already over it. But enough complaining about this. Let's talk about my 2023 reading plans. As always, I don't have too many plans for the next year when it comes to reading, but I still wanted to share what I've been thinking about with all of you, so let's get into this video. First thing on the list is that I want to set my Goodreads reading challenge, and I think I'm going to set it at 52 once again for next year. I was thinking about maybe pushing myself a little bit and putting it to 100 like I've done in the past, but then I realized that I've only so far this year read around like 73 books, and my reading mood has been kind of like up and down during this year, so I don't want to like put too many expectations on myself for next year, because I think I'm just going to take it slow and read the books that I am the most excited about and focus on the quality of the books and not the quantity of them. So once again, yeah, a very long-winded way of saying that I'm going to set my Goodreads reading challenge at 52 books, and I'm very excited about that. The next reading goal that I have for next year is to keep on reading my physical TBR. I think I am down to 6 books as I'm talking to all of you right now. Actually, let me grab them. I was actually right on the spot. I have 5 books here, and I also have the Downton Abbey book that Mary from Mary Among Stories gave me for my birthday, but I actually think that I'm going to keep this one for the next time that I rewatch the entire series and just fall down that rabbit hole again, so that I can then read it and see like all of the behind the scenes pictures and stuff like that. Also, it's at the bottom of a stack and I don't really feel like getting it out, but yeah, these are the other 5 unread books on my shelves, and I think that it is very possible that I will get through all of these next year. I do believe that I might have to like kick myself in the butt a little bit when it comes to the 2 non-fiction options, but other than that, like a Jane Austen book, obviously I want to read that. Far From the Madding Crowd, I've been meaning to read this for like, I think almost a year now, and also Outlawed that I bought this summer that I really want to get to. So yeah, this is my physical TBR, and I do believe that I'm just going to keep on going with this very good habit of buying a book and immediately reading it because it's been working really well for me. So that's a fun little challenge. And another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with that is that I'm going to go on a kind of buying ban, in the sense that I'm only going to buy the books that I'm the most anticipating for next year, and maybe I won't even buy all of them. I was thinking of pre-ordering all of them, but I'm not too sure I'm going to do that anymore. But yeah, I'm really going to focus on only buying the books that I know I want to read immediately the second they come out. And that's because this year I actually bought over 30 books, and out of all of them, the ones that I hadn't read before buying, there were only a few that I really enjoyed. I ended up unhauling most of these books that I bought this year, which to me is very silly. Once again, I'm not telling you like how to buy your books or whatever, but for me, that doesn't work in my brain. So yeah, that's why I decided to go on this kind of like soft buying ban. And in order to help myself do that, I'm actually going to track the books that I read in my reading journal. I've already made a spread for it, and there are only 25 entries on this page, so I can't buy more than 25 books this year. Not that I think it's going to be such a challenge, because I don't usually buy a lot of books. I know that when I said 30 earlier, many of you probably thought like that's nothing, but for me that's a lot. So you know, 25, if I get to the bottom of this page, it's going to be because it was an amazing reading year and I discovered so many new favorites that I wanted to buy. So that could be, actually that would be nice. that would be really, really great. So yeah, that's another goal I want to focus on in 2023. And then the last thing that I want to try to do in 2023 is some rereading. I already have 2 books in mind that I know I want to reread at the beginning of this year because their sequel slash prequel is coming out. The first of these 2 books is Night House by Leigh Bardugo. I read this when it came out, I want to say like, was it 2 years ago at this point? I think so. And I want to reread it before I read Hellbent, not only because I don't remember anything about this book. I don't remember anything that happens in the plot. Like, I remember the characters' names and that's pretty much it. So I need to refresh my memory, but also because I remember not enjoying this one as much as I thought I would. So I think what I'm going to do is reread this one, like I said, at the beginning of January, and then decide if I want to go out and buy Hellbent, because I'm not too sure about it. But like I said, maybe I just don't remember enough of this book, or maybe, you know, my tastes have evolved since reading it. But yeah, I just don't remember having any big particular feelings about this, and it might be weird in that case to reread it, but I just want to be sure, you know? I need to know for sure. And then the next book that I want to reread might not be a surprise, and that book is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, because the prequel to this story is actually coming out in February. It is called A Day of Fallen Night. I'm sure you've seen it at this point because it has been one of the most anticipated book releases of 2023 so far from what I've seen, and I'm definitely very, very excited about that book. Oh my gosh, this one's so heavy. I can't hold it with only one hand for too long. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this book when I first read it. Once again, I think 2 years ago, maybe 3 at this point. I don't remember for sure. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to the next book into this universe, and I can't wait to reread this one and be once again with all of these amazing characters because I love them very much. And then speaking of other characters that I love very, very much, I would really, really love to reread all of Louise Penny's books. And I'm not going to hold them up in the screen for you to see because there are literally 18 of them. But yeah, this has been one of my favorite series for, I think, probably a decade at this point, and with the new adaptation coming out on Amazon Prime, I've been watching it and it's just making me so nostalgic for all of these books, and I just really want to reread them because I have reread the first 4 books of the series a couple of times, but I just never kept on going with my reread of the entire thing. So I want to try to change that next year. I know it's like 18 books, so I might not get to all of them, but I would love to at least start my reread of the series. And apparently the audiobooks are amazing, so I'm really thinking about listening to the audiobooks as I'm going like on walks and stuff like that, because that's what I love to do. But yeah, these were all of my 2023 reading plans. Like I said at the beginning, not too many of them because I don't like to plan too many things. Like, as I get older, I realize that I just have to let go in order to enjoy reading, so that's what I've been trying to embrace. But still, it's fun to have some little plans, so I really wanted to share them with all of you today. I also am planning on making a video for my most anticipated book releases of the year in January. I just haven't had the time to film it yet, and I want to make sure that I don't miss any of them, even though there aren't that many that I'm super, super excited about. So yeah, this will be coming in January, as well as my favorite books of this year, and probably also a video about some of my most disappointing books of this year because I have many, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that was it for this very short video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in 2023. I have lots of exciting video ideas for next year, especially when it comes to the release of season 2 of Shadow and Bone. So if you're interested about that, definitely check out for that. Subscribe if you haven't already and you don't want to miss any new videos from me. And with that, I wish you happy holidays, a happy new year, and I will see you in January. Bye!